second video for the first news story is about acute fuel shortage in Ethiopia. Long queues of vehicles are being seen on petrol stations. Why is that such acute shortage of fuel is being seen? Petroleum and Energy Regulatory Authority has released a statement about this issue. Second news story is about a statement by Ethiopian PM Abiy. The statement is a message for Sudan. We know that tensions have been rising on Sudan-Ethiopia border. Sudanese military conducted artillery strikes on some Ethiopian territories. Before that, 7 Ethiopian soldiers were killed in skirmishes. Now, PM Abiy has released a message for Sudan. What is he saying? A third news story is from Bati, where a convoy of government forces, Amhara regional forces, came under attack. Oromo Liberation Army attacked a convoy of Amhara regional forces in Bati. Fourthly, viewers, Temesgen Desalgen, a journalist, editor of Fiti magazine, was taken to a court today, and prosecutors submitted formal charges against him today. What is he being charged with? 3 charges were leveled against Temesgen Desalgen today at a court. Lastly, was very important news story. Zemene Kassie, Fano commander from Gajam, has released 2 messages. He has shared some numbers. How many Fano fighters have been arrested so far? And he claims thousands of Amhara Special Force, Amhara Regional Force members have also been arrested. He has shared some numbers. We'll try to analyze the numbers and the statement shared by Zemene Kassie, Fano commander from Gajam. Firstly, was first news story is about fuel shortage or man-made shortage in Ethiopia. Long queues of vehicles are being seen in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital, in other parts of Ethiopia. Even in major towns and cities, there is no fuel available, no petrol available, no diesel available. Why is it that such shortage is being seen? Is there shortage of fuel or this shortage is man-made? Petroleum and Energy Regulatory Authority released a statement just a short while ago. The authority says there is no shortage of fuel. Around 1 million liters of fuel are entering Ethiopia on daily basis. And in recent days, more fuel supplies have entered Ethiopia via Djibouti. So in terms of oil imports, there is no change. So has the use increased or this shortage is man-made? What we have learned, viewers, is that from the 1st of July, subsidies will be lifted. Petrol, diesel will not be subsidized. Now, petrol station owners, they have stored oil which they bought on reduced prices, subsidized prices, and they'll sell this fuel after the 1st of July on increased prices. That is why this is artificially created fuel shortage. Actually, there is no fuel shortage in Ethiopia. That is what Petroleum and Energy Regulatory Authority confirmed. It said that in Afar region, 5 large tankers were recovered which were hidden and stored there. Again, they were stored there that they'll be sold after the 1st of July when prices will increase or when subsidies will be lifted. So that is what's happening, that there is no shortage of fuel in Ethiopia now. The shortage is artificially created by oil suppliers and oil station owners. That is what has been confirmed by several sources. A second news story is about a statement, a message issued by Ethiopian PM Abiy for the people of Sudan. We know that tensions are rising on Sudan-Ethiopia border. There have been some skirmishes. Sudanese military launched artillery strikes. Strikes have also been conducted, some say, in Sudan-Ethiopia border areas. Escalation started after some Sudanese soldiers were killed. Sudanese military said that 7 Sudanese soldiers were killed after they had been captured by Ethiopian military. Ethiopian military denied these allegations. It said that there were skirmishes between a militia, Ethiopian militia, and Sudanese army in Ethiopian territory. Sudanese army was supported by TPLF members as well, who entered Ethiopian territory. There was fighting, and in fighting, Sudanese soldiers were killed. But Sudan announced to take up this issue, to lodge a complaint against Ethiopian government with UN Security Council. So tensions were there. Then Sudan launched an offensive, a small-scale offensive. Artillery strikes were carried out, some air strikes as well reportedly. Now, Ethiopian PM Abiy is trying to calm Sudanese politicians, Sudanese journalists, because Sudan seems to be aggrieved party as its 7 soldiers have been killed, and Sudan army has shared their names, pictures. Ethiopian PM Abiy in the statement says that Sudanese and Ethiopian people are brothers. Yes, there are some issues between the two countries, but issues should be resolved peacefully. And the two countries have this potential that they can resolve their problems peacefully. Yes, there are some elements which want to create conflicts between the two brotherly nations, which want the two brothers to fight, but people of Ethiopia respects Sudan, and Ethiopia hopes that issues will be resolved peacefully. Now, this message was released in Arabic. You can see that the message is not in English or in any Ethiopian language, not in Amharic language. The message is in Arabic language, again, the language of Sudan. Again, a message of solidarity from Ethiopian PM Abiy, a message to show that Ethiopia does not want to escalate the situation in border areas. Yesterday, when Ethiopian military spokesperson rejected Sudanese allegations in a press conference, his tone was very threatening. And some said that Ethiopia was planning a counteroffensive on Sudan. I said that it wouldn't be in Ethiopian interest to escalate situation in border areas, and Ethiopian military would not launch any counteroffensive on Sudanese army, and that is what is happening. PM Abiy is trying to control the situation. PM Abiy's priority is to complete the third filling of GERD, and secondly, Western Tigray is still very volatile. TDF could launch an offensive to retake Western Tigray. Talks are about to start, and key issue is Western Tigray. And Sudanese forces, they can play a role if there is fighting in Western Tigray. That is why I think PM Abiy does not want to openly alienate Sudan, though Ethiopian government has been accusing Sudan of harboring, training, arming TPLF members, but PM Abiy is trying to control the situation. It's damage control, you can say. Damage was done not by ENDF, but by Amhara militia. Amhara militia killed Sudanese soldiers. Were they killed during fighting or after fighting? It's not clear. But ENDF was not deployed where this fighting occurred between Sudanese army and Amhara militia. So PM Abiy is trying to control the damage which was done by Amhara militia. Will Sudan be convinced by this statement? Will Sudan be pacified by this statement? That remains to be seen. Ideally, for Egypt, it would be an ideal situation that they should be fighting in border areas between Sudan and Ethiopia, and the fighting should spread so that Ethiopia could be stopped from starting the third filling of God. That is what PM Abiy hinted at, that there are some who want Ethiopia and Sudan to fight, but the two brotherly nations will not fight. Let's see, will Sudan listen to PM Abiy's message or not? That remains to be seen. Thirdly, viewers, a convoy of Amhara Special Force and Amhara Regional Police have been ambushed by OLA fighters, Oromo Liberation Army fighters attacked this convoy. The incident happened in Bati. Bati is on Amhara-Afar border. Here a convoy of Amhara regional forces came under attack, and two security officials were injured. 3 have been killed, which was confirmed by some officials on conditions of anonymity. OLA has not issued any official statement, but it has been confirmed that the attack was carried out by Oromo Liberation Army. OLA, it means, has its presence in Bati, close to Afar territory. We have seen fighting between OLA and OLA-backed elements and Amhara government forces in Bati in recent months. In one such incident, Afar fighters were involved as well, who supported Amhara regional forces once again in Bati. This attack was carried out with some Oromia regional government security officials were killed and injured. We're waiting for official statement from Oromo Liberation Army, though no official statement by OLA so far. Fourthly, viewers, a journalist, Temesgen Desalgen, arrested more than a month ago, was taken to a court today and formal charges were submitted against him today. He is not going to be released, though Federal First Instance Court of Ethiopia granted him bail, but police filed an appeal against the bail. Bail order was revoked, and now prosecutors have submitted official formal charges against Temesgen Desalgen, editor of Fithi magazine, which charges were leveled, submitted against Temesgen Desalgen. Prosecutors claim that Temesgen Desalgen disclosed official secrets. Classified military information was leaked by Temesgen Desalgen. Secondly, he shared false information about military, and thirdly, he shared information which was detrimental to peace and stability, to public order. That is why action has been taken. Now, which secret information was leaked by Temesgen Desalgen about military? It's not clear. I don't know about it, but prosecutors can level any allegations against these journalists. It's not difficult to frame charges, to create new charges against journalists. If you have decided to take action against journalists, so it's not difficult to create charges against them. Lastly, viewers, Zemene Kassie, Fano commander from Gajam, has released a message, 2 messages and statement from Zemene Kassie. He has shared some numbers. How many Fano fighters been arrested so far in the Amhara region? How many Amhara Special Force, Amhara Regional Force members have defected in recent days since the start of military operation against Fano militia more than a month ago? More than a month ago, Ethiopian federal and regional forces launched an operation against those factions of Fano which are not under government control. Zemene Kassie faction, Masrisha faction, and others are on the run. Thousands of Fano fighters have been arrested. What is Zemene Kassie saying? How many Fano fighters have been arrested? Zemene Kassie says that in the last 1 month or so, around 7,600 Fano fighters have been arrested. And how many Amhara Special Force members been arrested? Around 4,500. 4,500 Amhara Special Force members, Amhara Regional Force members have been arrested. Why were they arrested? They were arrested because they refused to be part of operations against Fano. Some of them were accused of having links with Fano, so that is why they were arrested. And some protested as well against non-payment of salaries. I think in Gajam, hundreds protested and they were arrested as well. Zemene Kassie says that more than 7,000 Fano fighters, more than 4,000 Amhara Special Force members are in detention. And now these prisoners are being relocated to Oromia, to SNPR, to Jimma, to Valaga, where their lives could be in danger. Yesterday I shared a video showing dozens of buses entering Amhara region from Oromia, and reportedly the buses were entering, they were empty. They were entering Amhara region to shift prisoners from Amhara to other regions, though we have not seen confirmation. But Zemene Kassie claimed that these prisoners, Fano fighters, they are being relocated out of Amhara region. And secondly, he says that Fano is not fighting for power, it's not fighting for government. Fano does not want to rule Ethiopia, it wants peace, justice and security for the people of Amhara region. Fano will continue its struggle. That is what Zemene Kassie said a short while ago in 2 messages. Thank you for watching.